So here we are in the jungle. Psych. We're right by the English Bridge, and we're going to be just going up those stairs for Retail Carnage, August 28th, Sunday 2022. Snapshot of the retail picture. Yeah, so we start the video here, just at the other side of the English Bridge. Yeah, and I think this is new. Nomad Coffee. Let's hope they're not going anywhere, any place, and they're staying here. And perfect 10 nails. Frontage not looking so on point. Yeah, I think this was the one that has been refitted last year. Formerly, I believe, the sex shop. Not that I was an expert or anything. It was like something from the 1960s, I imagined, anyway, but it existed till about 5 years ago. I do know, because I used to walk home this way from work. Honest golf. Yeah, Parveen looking even worse than on the last video, if that's possible. Needs to be not vacant. They got line of pheasant. Obviously, I don't think there's been much change with these shops here. Is that a third-rate content fan? I'm not sure if these have always been exposed, or it's since the flood damage earlier this year. Yeah, no change with Thornton and Son. Still standing empty. These two at the end of the bottom of Wyle Cop, I think have stayed the same. 100% sure if that's new or not though. House of Grain definitely in operation now. We're just heading up to Town Walls. This little row of shops. I don't think I showed it before. But yeah, in use. Although that is to let. I don't know if that's upstairs. I don't see it saying closing down sale, a closing down sign sale anywhere. Yeah, Wyle Cop. The main location, the main street where Shrewsbury's independent boutiques are situated. Just to see them open on a Sunday. But again, has there been much change? Oberon open, nice to see. Yeah, good to see there hasn't been much change on this side of the Wyle Cop. Sloping Sports still standing empty. Has been for probably 6, 7, could be even 8 years. And then looking up, not been a huge amount of change down here since the last video, 6 months ago. Yeah, the crew has been there 10 years. Left for dead for quite a few years now. Dollies, like I said, no change on Wyle Cop. Dog pole just here leading to St Mary Street up there. Going around with High Street. No change.
Yeah, this unit was empty on the last video, and it seems to have been taken over by Turtle Dove's workshops. It's like a sewing repairs place now, and I think Turtle Dove's is situated further down Wyle Cop, so it's like associated with it. Hope they got a good rate on the rent.
It's quite a long-standing tenant of that building. Go way down the other side of Milk Street. Rizzo, that's been there a while. Nice to see things bustling. Yeah, this weekend, the bank holiday weekend, we got on in Shrewsbury, the folk festival, which is a pretty big concern, and you've also got the steam fair a few miles out of the town. So that is, you know, I don't know, it seems to add to the footfall in the town, and it's fairly bustling for a Sunday here. Yeah, jewellery shop, pantry, fudge pantry, that's been there ages. Shoe shop still going, although I don't know, well, that's the building.
That's been sold.
Again, not a huge amount of change in the last 6 months. Yeah, there's something that's closed. I think it was a sort of building site or something. I can't exactly remember. If anyone knows, please comment. This one was definitely empty on the last video, and I think it now, so it's like a bit of a pop-up affair. Selling, yeah, it sells something I've definitely never drunk. Triple distilled alcohol. Stuff that comes in, it's in moonshine. Comes in jars. It's a good job I haven't tried it. It's interesting. Very on trend. I'm not eating no bugs though.
And I don't use no double negatives unless it's for comedic effect.
But nice door cover. Beefy boys busy outside for on street dining. No SHIT. Rackham's or House of Fraser, however you want to call it, still empty, boarded up, and a real sign of the times in Great Britain 2022, dystopia land. Yeah, well, I thought it'd be a good idea to document things at the very start of autumn 2022 is that we could come back maybe 6 months, should we do it again, and document what's going on then, because obviously, you know, if what's coming, what we're led to believe is coming, and which has come in many ways, rising fuel costs, energy bills rising through the roof, cap being taken off, and I'm not getting political, I'm just basically saying what's happening. And when I've read things like 25% of businesses, high street businesses, will be going bust in the next 6 months, it'll be very interesting to come back and document what happened. And let's go have a look at the Morris men and take our minds off it a bit. Yeah, so this is really nice to see in the square, town square being used. It's such a great activity, really.
Tribute to Ian Curtis in Morris stance.
Of course, we got summer sale raging, the height of it for, you know, winter. Needs to be moved for winter stock. Nice to see this coffee shop up and running. Sort of seen the development of that over the course of the videos, and then again, not much movement down here really. Former Carnage's closed during the first lockdown. Now La Pizzietta seems to be buzzing just next to it. It's closed for a Sunday, but it's been here a long time. No change here at the site of the former the high-end hairdresser that was here. The former Lock Fine. No movement at all in the last 6 months, I'd say. These chairs and tables have been in exactly the same location since February. Site of the former Games Workshop, I think it was. Still empty. 6 months since the last video. Yeah, I think it was still Flame and Flute back then. Kind of independent Games Workshop replacement still here. Nice to see. Was it the loft on the last video? You decide. Yeah, today's video is retail focused, as you can tell by the title of the video. Not at all studying the buildings and the architecture and the stories behind them. The retail story and the story of the last 2 or 3 years is enough for this. And as much as a lovely day it is today, I just wonder what the winter's going to bring for us. What the third-rate winter. We'll see. That was empty back then. Army Recruitment Centre, Coke Brasserie, and the Job Centre, which has been there in this absolutely hideous Princess House for many a year, and it looks basically the same as it always has done, probably since the 60s. Ask Italian. This building with the fill-in windows, former Edinburgh wool mill, still not taken. A jewellery shop, former travel agent, and a load of scaffolding.
So should we go that way and forward?
Go do your job. Go do your job. Go do your job. Don't stay on the phone. Go do your job. All right.
Yeah, Pret-a-Manger. That did close down in the first lockdown. Then it opened again. I think it's closed now. You've had this disagreement going on. Not sure what it was over. And then we'll have a little look at. So, Moss Brothers isn't shutting or going out of business. Just talked to the guy in there. They are relocating, hopefully. They're not sure where, but to the square maybe.
The site of the former Bistro Jacques.
Now I think this is independently owned, Le Moulin Rouge. Hope it does really well. Yeah, no move on from the thumbnail of the last video. We said Lighthouse looked like it might be opening up here. They haven't in the last 6 months. Yeah, this has been here for ages, this charity shop. Yeah, and so is Scope. They're majors since 1847. Still going. Yeah, this is shut down since the last video. The Warehouse Bar and Grill. Yeah, I do remember when I worked in town for quite a few years. I'll tell the story of it one day. We had a Christmas do here, and it was when it was really snowing about 4 or 5 years ago. And really, this place didn't get a fair crack of the whip. My relatives had an Airbnb at the time, and she rented some of the guys who were doing the flooring out in here, the place for a month or so, for a bit long term for her. And the flooring was absolutely super expensive, they were telling her. And they had that real bad winter, affected them. Then they had COVID, really shut them down. And you know, you sort of can't blame them for shutting. In the last 4 years since the open, of 5 years, they've only had a couple of good years. Yeah, Adlard's still shut, so no change on Shop Latch. Don't need to get cash out of the NatWest today. So moving down Mardol. I did watch the video back before coming out today, but yeah, I can't exactly remember. I remember this tiny. This has got to be the smallest shop unit in Shrewsbury. This was still here. The thighs are the limit. Taste. Shropshire Cat Rescue. To let. And you got Jessop's, which obviously was relaunched several years ago off one of the Dragon's Den people. I can't remember which one now. It's quite an interesting building, that David with the three arches. But yeah, there's not been a huge amount of change down here, I don't think, since February. I think it was. Oh yeah, this is good news. A bit further down Mardol. Last time it was just a prospective Italian restaurant and osteria, but now it is, and it looks great. I must come in here. I do like Italian food at some point. Hope they do well. That just opposite the osteria, coffee bar and health studio. Same as last time. Pizza Express, as featured in A Christmas Carol, filming locations part 2. But yeah, pretty much the same. Not open today, can't investigate the cat situation. I think we'll go and have a little look in here. We've never showed this before. It used to be, I remember as a child, this being the Victorian arcade. And there used to be a baked potato stand right there. It's all coming back to me now.
yeah, I decided to voice this section over. There was some really terrible copyrighted music being played in the background. But this centre opened around the time of the millennium, around the year 2000. It's on the site of the former Victorian arcade, and you can see some of the nice detail on the floor in here. I'm not 100% sure if that was put down for the Victorian arcade. I think the Victorian arcade opened in the early mid-80s, and I do wonder, did it become before the Christmas Carol filming, or was it inspired by it? I don't know for sure. If anyone does know, please comment. But look at this building. I did think at first it was an exterior building that had been built into the structure of the Victorian arcade. It may have been, but a lot of the buildings in there, as you can see, this cuts through onto Barker Street in that area. But yeah, as you can see here, that it's all been sort of styled in a Victorian street fashion. And I think they're all facades. Like I say, if anyone knows for sure or knows any of the details, please comment. All the areas are given names, as you can see. Green Dragon Lane here. And yeah, it's still going now, and like I say, this centre's been going for 22 years. So obviously we'll come back here and check in 6 months on this.
Do very much like this canopy or marquee or porch. Very nice structure. Yeah, no change really at the bottom of Mardol. Nerdy, I think, had just opened when we were here 6 months ago. That's where you book your Sabrina boat trips in person. We've just gone up
Rouse Hill.
This is all very similar to last time. Katie Styles still hanging in there. It's just closed down. Can't focus there.
Yeah, Country Style was a cafe.
Well, anyway, it says closed from Thursday the 25th of August. So yeah, that's the end of an era. I think the vault was here when we were here last. Bramble sandwiches have been going for years. And then you've got the site of the former Carol Gray. It's now Slog-Ons. And it sells, I'd say, low-cost ladies' fashion. Pret a Manger is the very medieval merchant's house built into it. I don't know if you can see it. It's a waste of time, actually. So the former Hotter, orthopaedic footwear. I do have a bit of a background in footwear, but I did call that mistakenly the Polo Lounge last time. It's the Floro Lounge. Try to read before I say something. Looks cool, happening. Hopefully thriving. The Works, Hobbs, Labour Hall here on the last video. My Thornton's still empty. I'm not sure what that was. Or what it was on the last video. Please comment if you know. No change here really. Yeah, well, NatWest cash point was out of service, or not out of service, but just not out of use for obvious reasons. Nationwide have put one here next to the Greggs and next to their Nationwide outlet branch. It's here at the top of Pride Hill. Yeah, we'll go for a bit of a stroll up St Mary Street, and this unit still had the fill-ins last time we were here. Vinegar Hill, long standing here. We've got the Morris people going back after their event in the square. I think it's tied in with the folk festival. Got Callahan's Fine Art with its distinctive faux green foliage frontage. over her face. Mystical. Yeah, barbers and coffee shops. Still seems to be the theme, really. Much like the rest of the UK. So that Darwin's Kitchen was an ongoing story when we were here last time. We thought it might have been getting ready to open again, but let's have a little look. Some interior works going on, and that would make sense when you see this bar is being turned into an optical practice, an optician's, I believe, or I think. Yeah, this was here last time. Yeah, Marmalade. I was here on the last one. Soft furnishings, sort of in a retro style, and in, you know, interior. Former Wisteria Lane, which is it a residential? Is it residential now? I think it might well be. It looks like it. So its days of retail are over, or for now. Coming soon. They've got a great beer garden. Shame it's not open now, really. Yeah, just Castle Street. I'll have a closer look. Any if what changes occur. The barbers and coffee shops, and next door Cafe 34, but in the former furniture shop that had been unoccupied in the previous two videos. Let's have a closer look. Dutch living in Shrewsbury. I wonder if that means you can get magic mushrooms and hash cakes in here, or is that just me? I am joking. But yeah, it's not open today, but it's actually furniture.
And the cafe is the corner unit in the number 34.
Somewhere Dutch style, but it's great that the building has been occupied again. Fantastic. After several years, we've gone Dutch. This is the Dough and Oil bar. I think it's associated with Dough and Oil Pizzeria, just over here. Doing very well. Just making our way down. This barber shop has been here a good 5 years now. This is fairly new. Shrewsbury Furniture Scheme.
Third rate content. Welcome to Third Rate Content. Please like and subscribe. This guy's a legend, man. Sound.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's newish, I think, definitely since the first retail carnage. Just next to the very successful Dough and Oil, we've got either a new frontage or a new hairdresser's taken over this business. But that has changed since the last video. I'm not sure how long this coffee house or coffee shop was here. But I did go to call in here once or twice to, you know, support local businesses. Yeah. And it's not been open. So lovely interior, but I don't think it's made it. I don't know how long it lasted. If anyone does know, please comment. Please have. And just further down Castle Gates, you've got this greengrocer's. Been here for quite a while. I'd say 7 years, doing really well. Seems to be. And then Carpet Fitter's been here ages. And Little Thai. And then Fireaway, which was damaged by fire, ironically enough, but now is back open. Fireaway Pizza in 180 seconds. Yeah, we'll just have a quick look at this new addition to the grounds of Shrewsbury Castle. Do not climb or touch, but it really is a fantastic piece of art. A giant egg. I know it's not retail related, but you know, it's here. Yeah, so thank you for watching to the end of today's Third Rate Content. Yeah, it's a funny one, this Retail Carnage series. I mean, it's always nice to have a walk around Shrewsbury. But of course, I do generally like to keep things light-hearted and positive, and not possibly the most positive outlook on retail and generally society in this country and around the world for the upcoming months and couple of years. But we're keeping an eye on it. There's not much eye or or probably anybody watching this video can do about it. We're all in this kind of situation together, and as long as we all look out for each other and kind of document what's going on, and sort of keep our eye on the situation, hopefully, you know, we'll be all right. But like I say, it's not in people 99. It's only the 1% of the 1% who have any control over what's going on in the world. And I'm not getting political. I'm not a political person at all. But obviously I can see what's going on. And as much as I find third-rate content a really nice escape, and I hope anyone else does too, I'm not in denial.
And if I am, the crocodiles haven't eaten my legs yet.
So we'll keep our eye on the situation moving forward. I'll do another retail, all being well, I'll do another retail Carnage in Shrewsbury video, sort of February-ish next year. So if I don't see you soon, I'll see you 3 times as soon. Third-rate content, signing out.